Choosing a hosting service is easily one of the most important decisions you have to make at the early stage of creating a website. Of course, you probably know you need a hosting service to run a website, but do you know how to choose the best website hosting service? Does it even really matter which one you go with? When it comes down to it, your hosting service can make or break your business. The wrong choice can lead to a slow, unresponsive website, or even worse, lots of downtime. Choosing a hosting service isn't always as easy as it sounds. There are a lot of different choices to make, and really, they all sound the same. But first, let's start with the basics. A web host or hosting service is a company that provides everything needed for a website to be viewed on the internet. There are 4 different kinds of servers that you should be aware of, including shared servers. A shared server is one physical machine that holds anywhere from 1 to 100 of different websites, and they all share the same resources like data and bandwidth. Shared servers are typically the most affordable options online. The main problem many people are complaining about shared servers is that when one site on the server starts getting high flows of traffic or uses more than their fair share of data on the server, it can negatively impact all the other websites on that server. The next type of server is the virtual private server, VPS. Now, VPS also has many different websites on one physical machine, but unlike the shared plan, VPS allocates each website a certain amount of resources. That simply means no matter how much traffic another website gets, it cannot negatively affect the other website on the VPS server. The next type of server is the dedicated server. A dedicated server is a space that is entirely your own. Your website will be the only one to occupy that machine, and absolutely no one else will share your resources. You can use it to host as many different websites as you want, and you can also customize it however you want. The next type of server is the cloud server. Now, cloud servers are similar to VPS in that you are sharing the resources with several different websites. The difference, however, is that your service comes from a vast number of servers located all over the world. This means that service is far more reliable, you can scale on demand, and you can only pay for what you use. So, how do you know which hosting service is right for you? What makes a good hosting service for affiliate websites? Here are some tips that you should keep in mind when searching for the best hosting service for your business needs. The very first is avoiding host services with extended downtime. You want to try to avoid hosting services that experience frequent and extended periods of downtime. That will drastically impact both your website user experience and search engine optimization, which will then quickly lead to lower number of visitors to your website and lower conversion rate. The second is trying to look for hosting services that do backups. Normally, a good hosting service should be able to regularly back up your sites. Some hosting services do it on a weekly basis, while others do monthly backups that are kept for a longer period of time. The third is you should try to find hosting services with easy to use cPanel. The interface of your hosting service, cPanel as is popularly known, should be easy to use. It's important to have a back-end interface that allows you to control over your website business, email address, and all the necessary files that is uploaded on your website. Now, the fourth thing that you should keep in mind when looking for a hosting service, especially for beginner, is a good support team. Starting a website can be a little too technical for you. Things can go wrong, and they do go wrong. When things happen to go wrong, sometimes you can easily rectify the issue, and sometimes you will need help from the hosting service. If your website happens to go down and your hosting service support team, for example, doesn't respond quickly to your request, that's how long it will take your website to stay down. So you want to look for a hosting service with a support team that has a good reputation and quick response time. So the best hosting service for someone else might not necessarily be the best web host service for you. So you want to take off some time and consider your website needs and know what sort of resources your website requires. Now, I hope with the help of this video, you now know how the different types of servers operate, and I hope that will help you make the right choice when getting a hosting service for your online business or affiliate site. If this is your first time of setting up a website, you might find this blog post on my site Tube Mechanics Note helpful. If you happen to have any questions or tips to share, drop them in the comments box below. And with all that, I'll call this a wrap. I hope this was helpful. If so, hit the like button below, share on your preferred social site, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another helpful video.